Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. Fried chicken. There are a few things as delicious as a fresh piece of fried chicken. But living in Australia, we don't really see many of the cool American variations that you see online. So today, I'm having a go at Nashville hot style. If that sounds like something you're into, hang around to see how this one turns out. As always, for a full ingredients list, hang around to the end of the video. They'll also be listed below. This recipe kicks off with some bone-in, skin-on drumsticks. I feel like these guys are pretty underrated in the chicken world. You can always pick them up cheap, and when it comes to fried chicken, the drums always seem to be the first to get picked up. As far as the marinade, this one is a pretty classic buttermilk number. Simply season with a little salt and cracked black pepper. Pour over a hit of your favourite hot sauce, and add the buttermilk. Don't be like me, grab yourself a more appropriate sized bowl so you have a little room to mix. Or if you want to be like me, pick the smallest bowl you can fit these all in and struggle through. With that sort of mixed, it can go into the fridge to hang out for a few hours. While our chicken does its thing in the fridge, I'll get all my dry parts together. For the coating, we'll start off with a plain flour in a bowl, and add in our cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, garlic and onion powder, and season with salt and pepper. Give this a mix around to combine. And it can go to the side while we get the hot part of our Nashville hot ready. Now for the spice mix that's going to make up the base for our oil. Into a heat-proof bowl goes some more cayenne, brown sugar, a little paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and for something a little different, a little salt and pepper. Give this one a good mix around to break up any clumps of sugar. I couldn't tell you why a fork seemed to be my chosen utensil today, but it works. I'm going to be adding chili oil to this one a little later to take it to the next level, but while I stand here and mix this, it makes me think that this is basically an American version of chili oil. You have a mixture of spices that we're going to be activating by heat, and saying it out loud seems obvious, but kind of cool. I guess chili oil is a winner in all cultures. But there we have the dry part of our Nashville hot ready to rock when the time comes. Enough time has passed to say our chicken is marinated. So I'll grab my chicken and my flour coating and get these dredged. Sprinkle a little flour onto the plate to give us a dry barrier against the chicken. Keeping one hand dry and one hand wet, plop the chicken pieces into the flour and press them into the dry mixture. This is my standard fried chicken breading procedure, and it hasn't failed me yet. Do you do something different? Let me know in the comments below. I'll keep repeating the process until all the drumsticks are nicely coated. And again, don't be like me. At some point along the way I've managed to get my wet and dry hands mixed up, so I'm rocking two heavily coated, not really dry, but not really wet hands. When they've all been coated, sprinkle over a little excess flour and leave them to sit for a while to help that coating stick to the chicken. I usually like to leave them for at least half an hour, but leaving them overnight gives the most intense crunch I've ever seen.
One eternity later.
Waiting time is over and I can get my oil preheated to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And that coating looks like it's stuck perfectly. Into the oil we go one at a time. To try and help them not stick to each other, I like to hold them in the oil for a few seconds before I let them go. This gives a little opportunity for a crust to form, and hopefully be a bit less sticky when the drumsticks touch each other in the oil. I'll fry these ones in batches until they're beautifully crisp. They took about 12 minutes in total to cook. If you choose to just do drumsticks, they don't mind a little bit of overcooking to be really tender on the bone, so let them go as long as you can without the coating getting too dark. And they are looking pretty dang delicious, so I'll get them out of the oil and pop them onto a cake rack to drain. Now for the part I was most excited about. Time to bring the heat. With our frying oil still on the stove, I'll ladle some oil from the pot directly on top of the spice mixture. Geez, that smells awesome. Give it a little mix to combine and help the sugar dissolve. When it's dropped in temperature a little, I'm going to mix in my chili oil. I didn't pop this into the bowl at the start as I was worried that the extra heat might burn the crispies in the chili oil, but this is cooled enough that it's not going to matter. Then to finish it all off, grab yourself a pastry brush and lather the chicken with as much of that mix as you'd like. To bring it all together, pop a couple of slices of white bread onto a plate and drop a few fried drumsticks on top. Then scatter around some sliced dill pickles and hit it with a little extra oil, and we're done. I can see why people go crazy for this stuff. I'm not pretending to be an expert, and I've probably made several mistakes along the way to making this authentic, but I don't think you can go wrong with this at all. It's absolutely delicious. Sweet, spicy, salty and crunchy, and I'm not gonna lie, anything served alongside processed white bread can't be a bad thing. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you liked it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. See you on the next one!